So talk to me a little bit about makers in Brazil. So I mean, it's a big movement that's happening, and there's a lot of maker spaces in Brazil, and you have your own hacker space. So can you tell me a little bit about the movement and the energy associated with it?
Sure. Thanks for asking. I love your presentation,
and
I really think that Atmel, grokks the whole maker movement better than your competitors. But so in Brazil, there were no hacker spaces about 4 years ago, and what is a hacker space? It's a special kind of maker space.
Because you call it a hacker space, right?
Yeah,
not a maker space. Is there a specific reason for that?
Yeah. There's two reasons actually. First, because we try to emulate other spaces that we like outside, like internationally in Germany, in the US, who call themselves hacker spaces. And there's also the thing that we want to recover some of the original meaning of the hacker term, which the big media usually associates just with criminals.
Yeah, maybe negativity, right?
Yes. So we want to show we're just nice people who just are curious about technology.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. But basically, Garoa and the kind of model of hackerspace that we want to do is a place where anybody can come and share their knowledge of technology. So and we really like the Arduino because of that, and actually some of our more experienced participants and members actually complain a little bit that we talk too much about Arduino and not enough about AVR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, but when you talk about Arduino, you talk about AVR, right?
Yeah, sure. But the thing is, we find it interesting that the Arduino is like this first stepping stone, and then you discover the whole potential of this chip, and then you kind of free yourself from that particular design, right?
Okay.
So I would like to ask you about the kinds of things that Atmel is offering to this segment of people who are maybe looking for, who love the Arduino but also would like to see alternatives and maybe something more advanced or more customized.
Okay. So I mean, the company tagline is enabling unlimited possibilities, right? So that's what we're trying to do. So we're trying to enable makers, but also engineers and basically anybody that's interested in technology to go and do more, right? So and of course you have the entry model Arduino Uno with the AVR on there, and for people that want to have a little bit more performance, right? There's the Arduino Zero, and Arduino Zero has a 32-bit Atmel ARM core microcontroller on it, and it gives people a little bit more flexibility. The beauty of our Studio 6 is that you can just easily migrate up from the platform point of view from your Arduino Uno to your Arduino Zero. So we give a lot of flexibility, and with Arduino as a good partner, we try to get further in the journey of collaboration, but also further in the journey of enabling people with more possibilities in their whatever it is that they're doing, right? And whether it's something local in a garage or a little hobby project, or to developing the next new company, right? The next new MakerBot or what have you.
Nice. So tell us a little bit more about the Studio 6, because maybe some of the people who are going to be listening know about Arduinos and Atmel, but not about...
So the Studio 6 is free for everybody. You can just go download it from the Atmel website. There's also a lot of, we call it viral type of links that people are posting. So however you find it, you may want to just keep track of the latest release, right? So that you don't download an older release where let's say the new release has more features and capability. And as I said, it gives people the development environment to be able to do basically anything they want within their projects and programs. And it's free, so you can go download it and use it. So you were talking a little bit about hackers and how it's sort of linked into sometimes some negativity. So what do you see in your makerspace? Is it like hardware and software people, or mostly hardware people, or what kind of people come to your space here in Sao Paulo?
We try to be as diverse as possible. So, like for instance, a popular activity these days is that we are making beer. We are now in our third batch of beer.
Oh, okay.
We have our own. We invented this name. Gota Serena is a Portuguese expression. It's difficult to explain.
It sounds delicious.
Yes, it is actually. No, the first batch, I tried the first batch and I was amazed because, you know,
but
it's beginner's luck.
No
so, yeah. But about the other kinds of activities, we do a lot. Most people who go there are interested in hardware, but we also have some software things and some things that are in a gray area, like the Pingo project that I talked about. Yeah. This is because it's software, but it's specifically for programming hardware devices that have GPIO pins. And but there's also like people who meet to talk about digital rights and, you know, net neutrality.
And do you see anything in the area of wearables? Is there people that come in and want to do something associated with wearables?
No, we are aware of this, you know, but we haven't had anybody that I can think of right now.
More beer making than wearables?
Yeah. One of the problems that we have that we are trying to solve is to attract more women. This is a problem, you know, in the whole IT industry.
Well, most engineers are
exactly.
male, right? You see it here at the show. It's there's hardly any, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly. And if you Google for wearables, one of the first persons who talked about that was an MIT professor who is a woman. Yeah. And so, but anyway, this is a problem we're still figuring out how to bootstrap.
So it's mainly a male population.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about. Are you aware of the Arduino Tre and how did Atmel contribute to that project, which is everybody is excited about this project?
Well, you know, so what we're trying, and of course Arduino has their own journey and their own roadmap, right? So we're making contributions to that particular roadmap and their dream. So associated with that, we're just constantly trying to give the support that they need to be able for them to go and make the boards that they think are going to be hit in the market. So I don't want to speak on behalf of Arduino and Massimo.
Yeah, sure.
But we're trying to help them as much as we can, and they come to us and get the support that they need.
And this new generation of chips of AVR, but with the ARM core, are you developing projects, or have you announced that I'm not aware, projects of that support Linux, that run Linux, or something like that?
So there's an additional, right, so it's not necessarily an AVR with an ARM core, though we were the first company to license ARM, just for the record.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we were, but so it's basically taking the DNA of our AVR family into our 32-bit products that now have an ARM core, which enables, which we talked about, right, more performance at the same sort of low power that we used to have, and that people are familiar with, pico power out of the AVR range, which is going to give people more opportunity to also go and develop IoT related things. Then what I think everybody should do, including yourself, and we'll be watching as well, is see what's going to happen at the Maker Faire in New York. There might be additional developments associated with that, more for the IoT type of devices. So you may want to keep your eyes open, everybody can keep their eyes open for more opportunities with Arduino and Atmel.
Well, I'm going to look forward to that, because really, for anybody doing IoT, one of the problems is the software side, right? So, for instance, the Telefonica guys who gave a presentation today here, they now have this solution or this kit that they're demonstrating that has a Raspberry Pi and a clone of the Arduino Leonardo with AVR on top. And they did it because it was easier to solve the software parts on the ARM running Linux. So that's why I was asking.
Oh, okay.
So I think it would be exciting
to see. Presentation. Yeah,
it would be exciting to see products from Atmel that have this other part as well. You know?
Okay, I understand.
Because Linux is huge on IoT, and it's really easy for people to get started.
Okay, so can you talk to me a little bit about IoT in Brazil? So what do you see, and what are the developments, and in which particular markets do you see smart and connected devices sort of emerge?
Well, the markets are. I don't have anything special to say about the markets because it's the same trends that we see everywhere. The thing is that we have some particular challenges in Brazil that we need to overcome. It's very interesting to see a big company like Telefónica investing in this area. But like for instance, one problem that we have here is that it's the activation cost for a SIM chip is very expensive compared to the US or Europe. So if I'm gonna have a keychain that's IoT enabled and have a SIM chip in it, it's gonna be expensive. So this is something that we still have to figure out. You know.
So do you see it more in the industrial areas? Or?
Yes, I think. Yeah.
So less so in the consumer type of things. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, Brazilians love new things.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we all do. Yeah.
So, So anyway, people are going to be buying stuff even if it's 3 times as expensive as in the US because it's new. But of course, the people who can afford it are not as many. So I really think that in industrial applications will take off faster than end user. Like for instance, the Fitbit and things like that in the US are already there, and you don't see a lot of that here.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for the chat, and I wish you best of luck with all your activity and your hackerspace. Thank you so much.